Good afternoon and welcome to McLeod Athletic Park here in Langley, British Columbia, Canada, the scene where Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2 host the LA Galaxy 2. My name, Corey Basso, your play-by-play man for this afternoon, joined by color man Michael McCall today. And Michael, this is an important day as not only is it Star Wars night, 3 points are on the line for two teams at the bottom of the Western Conference standings, the Whitecaps and the LA Galaxy.
Yeah, both teams really have to get a win today, get back in the playoff mix. Realistically, they both are needing to kind of win out to get into that mix at the end of the season. Big game for Whitecaps too, especially.
Let's get to the players to watch, starting with the away team and one, Jack McBean for the LA Galaxy.
Jack McBean's a guy that's going to be well known to fans around MLS and USL. Signed a homegrown deal with the Galaxy in 2011. 15 goals and 17 appearances for LA2 last year. Went away on trial with Coventry City in English League One. Back now, played both the MLS games against the Whitecaps. Now trying to impress Siggy Schmidt and get a place in that starting lineup.
Of course, the Galaxy winners over the Whitecaps in their last meeting in March. On the opposite side of the players to watch, Declan Wynn, the New Zealand international for Whitecaps FC 2.
Declan Wynn's a very exciting prospect. Was involved with the Whitecaps in the Canadian Championship. Going away to play for New Zealand in the World Cup qualifiers after this game. 2 goals in this season. This will be his 18th start. And he's going to look to continue his goal-scoring form. Last Whitecaps 2 player to find the back of the net.
We'll be back with the opening kickoff as well as the starting 11s here on USL Soccer at McLeod Athletic Park in British Columbia. Welcome back to McLeod Athletic Park here at Langley, British Columbia, Canada. The Whitecaps FC 2 getting set to host the LA Galaxy 2. Mr. McCall, the color commentary man for today's match. Let's get to our starting 11s. Starting with the away team, the LA Galaxy. One major change as Jack McBean comes in for Mr. Dillon.
Yeah, big loss for LA not having Justin Dillon up front. He's the guy that's kind of made the team tick this year. In 10 starts, 17 appearances, he's got 6 goals, leads the team in shots with 27 as well. But they do have Jack McBean now coming down from the MLS team, and he's a guy that knows this league so well. 15 goals last year, has lit it up in USL before. He's going to be out to impress Siggy Schmidt.
For the home side, Rich Fagan makes 3 changes to Whitecaps FC 2.
Yeah, Spencer Rich is no longer in goal. Sean Melvin is in there. Caden Chung and Terran Campbell replace Thomas Gardner and Gloria Amanda, lining up in a 4-3-3 formation. Very attack-minded team out there today for Whitecaps 2.
And lest we forget to mention, Michael, it is Star Wars night, and we have done our pre-match on-field hits and all that. I've changed into my Lando Calrissian suit. You're in your Darth Vader suit now, ready to go here today?
Yeah, very hot up here, really hard to breathe, but I'm sure we can get through this.
Absolutely. As we remind to folks that the last time these two sides met back in March, it was the LA Galaxy victorious over Whitecaps FC 2 at the StubHub Center. I believe the score was 2-0 there. Remember anything about that match, Michael? And what can that, I know it's a long time ago, but can it play into today's match at all?
It was a home opener for LA, season opener for the Whitecaps, and there's massive changes in the Whitecaps team from the team that took the pitch that day to today. A lot of MLS guys in that first game. They were still trying to find their feet together as a cohesive unit, but pretty solid lineup out there today. These guys know each other so well. Not in the best run of form, 13 games now without a win. They're going to be looking to turn that around. Both these teams need a big win today to try and get back in the playoff mix.
It's a cooker here today in Langley as well. I assume that will play into a little bit of the match, a little bit of fatigue, maybe even a cooling break, Michael. Can we expect that?
I would expect that. It's like scorching hot down on the pitch. When we went down before the game to kind of record some stuff, very, very hot, sun really beating down. It's a wind, though, which you do get here at Langley, blowing across the pitch, so that could play into today. If you look at the corner flags, they're all pretty fluttering around here just now.
Absolutely. It sounds like the crowd is ready to go here at the McLeod Athletic Park in Langley, as it looks like it will be Jack McBean to kick off for the LA Galaxy, Michael, and we'll see what he can do. Obviously, as you mentioned, tons of MLS and now USL experience as well.
He's a guy that as I said, he knows this league so well. He was close to getting the Golden Boot last year for LA, went away with a 5-month loan deal with Coventry City in League One in England. Has had a lot of starts so far in MLS this year. 14 appearances, 8 starts, 2 goals and an assist on the year in MLS play. Since Ziggy Schmidt's come in, he's kind of tried to change things up, so Jack McBean's wanting to get himself back in the spotlight. No better way to do it than get some goals today. This is his 3rd start for Los Dos this year.
As there's a stoppage in play here. It'll be a free kick for the LA Galaxy on the 40-yard mark there, as you see the markings on the field, which can be slightly distracting at times. I can imagine what it's like for the players trying to manage the lines down there.
Makes it easier for us to know how far out the free kicks are.
Actually, that's one way of measuring it, absolutely. As Los Dos gets set to, looks like he's going to pump this one in the area, maybe far post. A little bit of a weak delivery. It bobbles around in the area, and Tommy Sander will try and control there. He'll force it back out to midfield, where Zico Bailey will take it and lump it back into the area. It's headed down by Cole Seiler, I believe, and humped away there by David Norman Jr. He'll put it out into touch, and the Galaxy will continue to try and penetrate the Whitecaps FC2 area. Stoppage in play here as Chris Serban retrieves the ball. And the Whitecaps will finally look to put it into the LA Galaxy half of the pitch, maybe make a foray into there and see if they can mount an attack.
Declan Wynn looking out wide left here to try and get the ball, just coming more back into the middle now. LA, although they're one space above the Whitecaps in the standings, they have played 2 fewer games, so their route to making the playoffs isn't as tough as it is possibly for the Whitecaps. Whitecaps, as we said, 13 games now without a win, 8 losses, 5 draws. 6 of those losses have been kept off the score sheet, so goals has been a bit of a problem in this run. 6 of those losses, though, were by a solitary goal, so it's not that they're getting completely outplayed, they're just not getting the breaks and just coming away on the wrong end of some very, very narrow results.
Absolutely, and we were discussing that before the match here today, Michael. The Caps, if they are going to make a push for the playoffs, they're going to have to more or less win out, and especially against teams like LA, Portland, people within their range of grasp, especially if they want to make the playoffs. As the Whitecaps come forward, it'll be Tommy Sander. He plays it out wide. It'll be Chris Serban. Plays it back into the middle of the pitch. They'll spread it out wide for Marco Bustos. He'll come to our near side to Declan Wynn. And he'll play it infield. Looked to be a foul on the ball there on David Norman Jr. Shielding the ball, manages to win himself a foul for his squad. In a dangerous area too, Michael. This could be good service. About 10 yards just outside the 18-yard box on our near left side.
The Whitecaps certainly have a couple of guys that are really good with delivery. Bustos and Norman both standing over the ball. Bustos going to get set to take this. And they have had a bit of success of late with some set-piece play, so maybe we're looking to capitalise on this. Thomas Sander, particularly, big man up front. He'll look to get his head in this. Francis De Vries as well, maybe expect him to run in here.
Absolutely, and it is Marco Bustos standing over it. He'll whip it into the area on the left foot. It is headed away high into the air, still in the box. And it comes down to David Norman Jr. He'll pass it back, and it's a shot and a goal, a wonderful strike. What a lay back from David Norman Jr., and the ball is thumped into the net.
Fantastic strike there.
I want to say it was Taron Campbell who got on the end of that one.
Yep, Taron Campbell with a shot. It just fell nicely to him. First time hit right in the net there.
Just put his laces behind it. It was a free kick from Marco Bustos into the area. It's headed high up into the air, not really dealt with, not really cleared. David Norman Jr. puts his body in the way, deals it back to Taron Campbell, and he just puts the boot through it, and it goes into the corner of the net. It's Whitecaps FC 2-1. LA Galaxy nil early here at McLeod Athletic Park, Michael.
Not really a lot Eric Lopez could do with that. Brilliantly hit by Taron Campbell there. 20 yards out, little head back across goal from Francis De Vries into the path of David Norman. Played it back to his old instant teammate Taron Campbell. 1-0 Caps.
Perfect start. It looked like the LA Galaxy were getting the better of the Whitecaps in that opening 5 minutes there, but the Whitecaps in their first foray really into the offensive zone with some good work from Bustos and David Norman Jr. Opened the score here at McLeod Athletic Park here in Langley, BC.
3rd goal of the season for Campbell as well. This was a year I expected him to really kind of come out of his shell and almost lead the line for Whitecaps too. It hasn't quite happened for him. He's had a bit of a stop and go start to the year, But if he can get a goal like that, give him some confidence for the run-in. There's 8 games left of the season, including this one for the Caps, and they need someone to find some form. They need someone to find that goal-scoring part. Maybe Terran Campbell could be that guy.
Headed up into the air by Francis de Vries. It is cleared out of here on the near side. Zico Bailey will take the throw in for the LA Galaxy. Make that June Hernandez will come in and take the throw. Whipped into the area, high at the top of the box. It is won by the Galaxy attacker. Played back into the area, goes down, penalty shouts. No, the referee waves them on, and it'll continue play as the Galaxy look to foray more into the offensive zone here. Hernandez, quick flick back on. That'll be Ethan Zubak chasing the ball there, and it is eventually cleared out by Chris Serbin. Make that Marco Bustos.
Yeah, Caps are going to want to kind of just settle a little bit here and try and keep LA off the ball, just settle with this 1-goal lead, find some composure. LA are going to look to try and get back into this quickly already.
That's lumped long and hard. Spencer Ritchie will collect. I'll come to our near side here. Declan Wynn. Quick give and go with Terran Campbell. Will Seymour shows short, but gives it away into the middle of the park there. And it's Jack McBean holding it up, looking for fellow Galaxy members to join him in the attack, but he's eventually stripped of the ball. And Cole Seiler will turn it over to Will Seymour, and he'll carry upfield for the Whitecaps. Will Seymour taking some time on the ball there. A quick 1-2 with Marco Bustos. Still Seymour. He'll switch play now long on the far touchline for Declan Wynn. Brought down neatly. He'll play it back to David Norman Jr. The number 42 will carry in central. Stop. Play it back to Declan Wynn. Wynn's going to have a service into the area there. It's a good-looking ball, maybe a little too close to the keeper. He had men there, Sanner and Bustos. But it's eventually LA's ball again, Michael.
Yeah, nice little delivery in there from Wynn. It's a big season for Wynn. He's been with the club now. This is his 3rd season, only 2 full seasons in that. Had a pretty bad time with injury. Has had a chance to establish himself before this season, but he's kind of taken his chance this season. Was involved with the Whitecaps first team squad for the Canadian Championship first leg game against Montreal. Impressed at the Confederation Cup with New Zealand as well, and he's going to be hoping he can possibly impress Kyle Robinson to try and get an MLS deal out of this.
Zico Bailey with the tall man bun. Plays it infield. Jeffrey Payeras, your center back there. They'll come infield, will the LA Galaxy. It's a long lump ball over the top now, headed down and not dealt with really. Cole Seiler will take control of the situation. He'll go to Chris Serbin, who will put it off a LA Galaxy player into touch.
David Norman with the ball here, and LA trying to dispossess him.
Now it's Marco Bustos, a bit of a counter. It's a 3-on-3. Tommy Sanner making a nuisance of the back line there. And he gives it a little bit of space for Marco Bustos. He'll carry in, still on the left foot. Bustos, he'll have a shot. It's deflected out. It will be a corner for the Whitecaps there. Fine work from Marco Bustos. Also from great work from Tommy Sanner, kind of distracting and making the decoy run there against Jake Artiega of the Galaxy back line.
And David Norman's had a couple of assists this season from corners. He's going to be seeing if he can get another one here. A lot of movement in the box. Let's see which ones of the big men can get in the end of this.
David Norman serves it up right into the heart of the area. It is headed away, though. It will be another corner from the same spot. David Norman right in the heart of the Langley Sun there. He'll whip it right back into the area. The Caps, a few hanging at the top of the 18, looking to make that deep, deep run. Service right into the heart of the area again. It bounces once, but dealt with just at the top of the 18. The Galaxy will flick it on and out. Will Seymour will win it back, but just back to the goalkeeper, Eric Lopez, and he'll collect and regroup.
The Galaxy are certainly struggling with some of these balls into the box so far. There is a bit of a swirling wind out there. It looks to be in the Whitecaps' favour in this half. And if they can get a few more corners and deliveries like that, it does seem to be causing a lot of chaos in the LA box.
Will Seymour brings the ball down. He'll play it back, but kind of gives it away. Jack McBean on the ball now. Looks like he's going to rear up for a strike. He does. It's blocked there by Francis DeVries. But the Galaxy collect again. It's been mostly Galaxy as far as possession. The few chances the Whitecaps have on the ball, they've managed to come upfield a few times, but have given it away quite cheaply in the middle of the park. And the Galaxy quick flick on. Referee says advantage. Play on. The Whitecaps will eventually win the ball back. Maybe look to hold on to a bit of possession this time. They are up 1-0. No need to rush anything.
Whitecaps too like to play a counter-attacking game, very much modelled, I guess, on the first team style of play as well. But they've had a lot of success with that this year. There's been some games where they've been heavily out-possessed, and it hasn't hurt them too badly.
Tommy Sanner wins the ball down for David Norman Jr. Kind of gets double teamed, and the ball's lumped forward again. The LA Galaxy are on the trot. It is Ethan Zubak. He gets around his man, takes it into the area. Low hard cross, but no one is there. And eventually Declan Wynn will collect and distribute to Taron Campbell, who's going to try and take on and turn his man, and he does. He gets past Zico Bailey. He's going to take him on, tries to go infield for Marco Bustos. It bobbles around, and the Whitecaps eventually recollect the ball now with David Norman Jr.
Certainly a dangerous ball across the face of the goal there. From an LA point of view, you're going to be disappointed there wasn't anyone running in to try and connect to that. Bit of a let off for Whitecaps, and they really can't afford to give up too many of those chances, especially when you've got a guy like Jack McBean who's so dangerous in front of goal.
Jack McBean had kind of pulled back his run. He was kind of waiting for it more at the penalty spot. Zubak decided to kind of just whip it across the face of the goal line there, and there was no one on the back stick. Just Declan Wynn there to collect and distribute.
It's been quite a fast pace to begin with. I wasn't expecting that in the heat out there, and it's hard to imagine that they're going to be able to keep this pace up for the whole game. It's started to dip already, you feel?
The LA Galaxy definitely willing to press, long balls over the top, lots of chase, lots of press on the back men there. We'll see if it eventually pays off for them. But like you said, Michael, that can only go on for so long before some fatigue starts to wear in this kind of setting.
Yeah.
The Galaxy will switch the ball. Ethan Zubak will come to collect. He'll play it out left wide, but just too far.
If you look at the run that the Whitecaps have had, they've been on the road for the last 4 games, 3 losses and a draw, only 1 goal from those games, gave up in shots, 78 shots in those 4 matches, only generated 26 from themselves. So this is a team that doesn't generate a lot, but when they do get their opportunities, they are quite good in taking them. They have scored 11 goals in this 13-game losing streak that they've been on. And it does seem to be the case that if in the games that they get won, they do get multiple goals, so that could work in their favour.
Will Seymour out wide. It's whipped into the area low and hard and dealt with quite cleanly by Jake Arteaga of the Galaxy backline. Just puts a boot to it, but it comes to Marco Bustos. Now this is prime territory. He's in the area on the left foot, takes it to his right foot, shoots! And an incredible stop by Eric Lopez. Bustos opting for the right. He usually prefers the left. Smashes it low and hard, but Eric Lopez almost sits on the ball and manages to trap it.
That was a good stop by Lopez there. I was waiting for the ball to squirm out. It didn't look like he was going to be able to hold on to that, but he did very well. Sanner waiting to pounce on any loose ball there. Nice little shot by Bustos. Leads the team in goals with 6 so far. 5 of those penalties. And he's a guy that, when he's on his form, he can make this team tick. Sadly, he's not always at the levels that you expect from him, which is expected with a younger player. But he's definitely a guy that Ellie's going to have to watch.
Ethan Zubak now gets past his man again. Zubak's having a fantastic time on that left side. He's gone past his man twice. The service has been a bit lacking. He manages to put the ball out of touch there, unfortunately, but he seems to be getting the better of Chris Serbin on that left side. A couple poke passes here, Michael, and eventually that might come to bite them.
Yeah, Serbin's mostly been known for playing left back. He is a very versatile fullback, though. He can play both left and right back positions. Trying him out at right back today. Played a lot of that when he was with the Residency. He played with the under-18s for 1 year before heading off to play with UBC and Whitecaps too.
Marco Bustos on the ball now. David Norman Jr. will spread it out wide for Chris Serban. Infield goes Serban. He'll elect to go back to Cole Seiler. Cole Seiler wearing the bright lime green boots, thumps it forward. It is cleared, but Seiler does retrieve it. And the Caps will regroup, resettle, restructure themselves, and try and play their way out of the back again through Cole Seiler. Cole Seiler given a bit of space to move forward. He will do so. Thumps it long, right-footed, ahead to Declan Wynn, who looks to have clashed heads with Zico Bailey. The ref's going to blow this one down. Zico Bailey holding his leg, rather. Maybe a knee-on-knee as they both went up for that header.
Very slow to call that, though.
See if we can get a replay on this one. They are getting the training squad out on the field. He is definitely in some pain.
Looks a bad one.
We'll get a look at the replay here. It's a long cross ball from Cole Seiler. And did he just land awkward? He did. Ooh. Just wrenches the left leg as he comes down on it through no fault of Declan Wynn. He just lands very awkwardly, and you never like to see that.
Genuinely don't even think that was a free kick, though. I don't think Declan Wynn did anything wrong there at all. It was just a landing that's done it. But when you see a leg twist like that, you know it's not good.
He's being attended to on the pitch now. A chance for the rest of the players on the pitch as well to get a blast of water. It is quite hot out here in Langley, BC today. David Norman Jr. soaking himself with a water bottle on the sidelines, along with Taryn Campbell as well. Zico Bailey is up.
That's a surprise.
He is walking gingerly.
They're holding off the substitution right now just to see how good he is. I'm really surprised that he's even able to run about after that, because that looked a really nasty twist.
It certainly did. It certainly did. Zico Bailey is just kind of taking a breather, taking a quick walk off. And it looks as if he will continue.
We've seen this so many times, players twisting like that and getting stretched off out for a long time. But Zico Bailey, a lucky man if he gets away with just a slight bit of pain from this one.
Payeras now on the ball. He'll thump it long and hard again. The Galaxy really trying to get it upfield fast. Jack McBean failing to win the header there. David Norman Jr. does, but it falls to the Galaxy. Ethan Zubek now on the right side. It looks like he's swapped sides here, maybe trying to get more involved with Jack McBean. Ooh,
another
Galaxy player. Alejandro Covarrubias goes down there under a strong challenge, but he looks like he's up and okay.
And it looks like Bailey is good to come back on here.
Amazing stuff, Michael. Amazing stuff. The resilience of some of the young athletes these days. That would have been done and dusted for somebody like me, for sure.
Oh, me too.
Francis De Vries to the near touchline for Declan Wynn. Back to De Vries. He'll roll it across the park for Cole Seiler. Cole Seiler, long and hard on the deck there for Will Seymour. Just not able to trap it. Tommy Sander will try and press and win it back. And he does win a throw-in. I feel the Galaxy could have just let that one roll out for a goal kick, but they elect to try and play it out the back, and the Whitecaps are back in possession through Marco Bustos. Bustos in field for Will Seymour. A fantastic return pass, but just out of the reach of Marco Bustos. A great one, too. Almost saw Bustos in the area again. Perhaps time to rear up on his left foot.
Yeah, what's it supposed to be at?
Definitely a chance there. Ball did not go out of the box there, but I like to continue.
Jack McBean coming back more central to play on the ball now, usually playing more deeper on the shoulder of the last man, but he's come almost to the halfway line to collect, and he'll ping it long and hard for Ethan Zubak, who will chase against Francis De Vries. Zubak takes on his man again to the left foot, cuts it back high to the top of the area. It's a shot, and it's blocked by Seiler. The rebound put wide. Oh my goodness, what a chance. Fantastic work from Zubak. Gets it into the area. The shot is blocked. And then the rebound sent wide. It will be a corner, though, as it did take a deflection off an FC2 player.
Yeah, deflected out for the corner there. That was some nice work in the box, and just seeing the replay here.
Zubak cuts it back fantastically for Jaime Villarreal, but his shot is blocked and then blocked again for a corner as the service comes in. It's a header away from Francis De Vries. Very dangerous play there, but he had to deal with it. Puts it back out for another corner kick.
Concerted spell of pressure here from LA. Spencer Ritchie reorganising his troops in the back here.
Jaime Villarreal will whip it in on the right foot from the near corner. It's a lofty one, high up in the air, long and hard, and eventually a foul committed there. And I want to say it was Marco Bustos or maybe even Caden Chung. Dropping deep into his box to win a ball back, and the Whitecaps will regroup through Spencer Ritchie. Probably the best little attacking bit of play there, as you mentioned, by the Galaxy. They've had a few half chances, but Ethan Zubak, when he gets that ball on that left-hand side, he's not afraid to take on guys one-on-one, and he's been getting the better of some of the Whitecaps defenders.
He's definitely looked dangerous. LA seemed to be targeting Serbin in that position today. Chung as well, playing further up the field. Most folk know him as a right back, but for the last few games he has been playing a more advanced midfield role as well, adding a little bit of a kind of double defensive shield there, because Serbin is a player that likes to get forward as well.
John Hernandez on the near touchline whips it in for Jack McBean, who will play a quick ball over the top one time for Ethan Zubak. He's not able to corral it, and they'll get a little bit of relief through Tommy Sander, though he lays the ball off kind of weakly there for Campbell. Now it's Jack McBean in the area. He likes to play a long, hard, low cross with the right foot. It is cleared, though. The Galaxy regroup. Zico Bailey now, infield. Ethan Zubak back outside for Zico Bailey. He's going to have a chance to put a cross, and he does so. Right-footed, head height, but dealt with cleanly by Francis DeVries. Now it's Taron Campbell taking on Zico Bailey again. Zico Bailey not afraid to press high up the pitch there. David Norman Jr. will collect for the Whitecaps in the middle of the park over to Cole Seiler.
Yeah, been a nice little tussle out here on the left between Campbell and Bailey. Look forward to seeing a bit more of that as the game goes on. Both guys love to get forward and up and down that wing. Both have pace to burn.
Tommy Sander back infield for David Norman Jr., whose passing rate has been quite decent the first couple minutes of this game. I don't think he's put one astray. He's been quite well as the young Canadian. Francis DeVries up the line for Taron Campbell. Him and Zico Bailey continue their battle. David Norman Jr. now. Cole Seiler given space to run up the field. He will take it. A quick 1-2 with Tommy Sander out wide now for Serbin. He'll whip the ball in the area, high and hard. Tommy Sander gets ahead on it, and it is stopped by the goalkeeper. I don't know if a foul was called there or an offside, but it looked like Sander cleanly won that ball. Eric Lopez does end up making the stop. Get another look at it here, Michael. Perfect. Inch-perfect cross. Sander does get ahead to it. He was first there. I don't know if that was called a foul or offside, but...
I mean, that's what Sander does so well. He's got 4 goals in the year so far.
We've got an attack here coming down the side here, Michael. It's Ethan Zubak in the area. Left-footed shot and a goal on the counter-attack. Ethan Zubak's been amazing all game so far down that left-hand side. Just in the middle of the replay there, we got caught looking. He makes his way up the pitch, and he's equalized. It's LA Galaxy 2-1, Whitecaps FC 2-1.
Quick counter there from LA. Fantastic finish by Zubak. You're just saying how dangerous that he's been out there on the left, and once again, look at the pace here from him.
They put the ball in behind. They've been trying. It's been working. They eventually get the service they want. They catch the Caps out, and Zubak slots home as cool as you like past Spencer Ritchie. Didn't have really any opposition. You feel he should finish from that area, and he equalizes.
Whitecaps are going to be disappointed at giving that up, but Zubak's been testing them out in that left wing. He's definitely got the pace that seems to have the better of both Serbin and DeVries out there, and you just saw that on the goal. 1-1, game back on.
If you're Rich Fagan, what do you say to your squad there? It's clear what the LA Galaxy offensive plan is. Long, fast balls, see if you can get behind the defense and use pace to burn, and it seems to have worked there so far. As Francis DeVries carries out from the back, he'll spread it to Declan Wynn. It's not for lack of chances from the Whitecaps end either. They've had some great service too as well. Marco Bustos with a gilt-edged chance on the right foot and goes begging. You feel maybe if he had been able to bury that one 2-0 is a lot harder to come back for him, especially in a away setting in this kind of weather as well. Infield for Will Seymour. He'll play it out wide for Chris Serbin. Serbin will take on his man, as Michael mentioned, not afraid to get in the offensive area. A quick little flick back. Does it work? It does. Oh, it does not. The foul is called. I thought maybe Serbin had quickly put the ball between the legs and flicked it on and had a chance there, but the referee calls it back.
Nice move there, and LA again quick to try and counter.
Yeah, the Whitecaps will definitely need to be mentally ready for those kinds of things, because it feels like the LA are just willing to just pump it long and hard, quick and fast, and try and catch the Caps napping.
I think the Galaxy know that Serbian's a guy that likes to get up, so when they're seeing him still up the field, they're trying to catch him out with these quick breakaways.
Hernandez brings it in field. Spread it out wide for Hugo Arellano. And he'll go back for Jake Artiega, infield for Payeras. And now out wide for Alejandro Covarrubias, one of the more exotic names in the squad today. Cole Seiler will deal with that one. Not cleanly enough, though, as he puts it right back to the LA Galaxy. Jaime Villarreal some time to tee one up. He'll loft it into the area. Not dealt with, though, as they let the LA Galaxy's Adrian Vera bring that one down. He felt maybe a head out of touch into the far line. Could have been easier to deal with that one in the Caps break. As Caden Chung is brought down from behind on the counter around the 40-yard mark.
Yeah, Vera's a guy they cannot allow any moment in the box. He's the second highest scorer with the team, 5 goals in the year. He's a dangerous finisher. And Caps are really struggling to deal with these balls into the box. LA in the early stages had a little bit of that as well, with the high balls in. But that right back position is getting a torrid time out there for Whitecaps 2 right now.
Chris Serban not dealing with that cross, and Adrian Vera manages to knock it back into the area almost for a chance for the Galaxy. And you feel those balls, if they're not tidied up, may come back to bite the Whitecaps, as it's Marco Bustos standing over the ball now on the far right touchline. He'll whip it in left-footed. Far at the back post. Zico Bailey will put a flick on it, and it will go out for a corner. Not really any Whitecaps in the vicinity. You felt if Nico Bailey maybe had just let that one roll out, would have just been a goal kick.
Yeah, it's been a trait of the last few games for the Caps. The balls have been coming in and they've just not been able to find anyone to get on the end of them. But corners have been a successful fruit for them this year. Let's see if they can get anything here from a Davy Norman one.
It's whipped into the air right around the near post, headed away. Oh, dealt with cleaner than it actually looked. It looked like an awkward kind of bicycle clearance, but it actually rolled out to his fellow teammate, though the Whitecaps do repossess the ball.
I thought he'd set him up there with a beautiful shot.
28th minute, Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2-1. On a Taron Campbell goal, LA Galaxy just equalizing moments ago through Ethan Zubak. Of course, the last time these two sides met, it was the home opener for the Galaxy at the StubHub Center, a big victory over FC2 in LA.
It was a closer game as well than the 2-0 scoreline kind of maybe made folk have the impression of. A very heavy Whitecaps MLS roster for that one. And it was a Sam DeWitt own goal that opened the scoring, but the Caps pressed hard after that and then were just caught out with a second in the middle of the second half. Closer game than it felt, and then the Caps went on quite a good run after that, but as we know just now, they're not on the best of runs. Still 8 games left though, 24 points on the table. If the Caps can get anything close to that, then they do have a chance of making the postseason for the second straight year.
Payeras now on the ball, back to his partner Artiega. Bustos will press. A little bit of a lull in play here the last couple of minutes since the equalizing goal. Maybe both sides just taking a time to take a breather here, let the play kind of breathe a bit.
Well, it's hot in the booth, so I don't know what it's like down there. Taking a breather myself up here.
And it's also Star Wars night here in Langley, BC at the McLeod Athletic Park, Michael. So even if you don't have your eyes on the action on the pitch, I'm sure there's plenty of good costumes and people watching going on in the stands today as we sit right above the supporters section.
Really good crowd out today. A lot of people in Star Wars memorabilia, a lot of blow-up lightsabers on display.
Declan Wynn will serve it up left-footed into the area to Taron Campbell. It's flicked back down. Tommy Sander will not get to the rebound. Taron Campbell almost managing to put a header on net. It deflects down. Tommy Sander looking to pounce, but Eric Lopez is quick off his line to regroup.
Yeah, a chance there. Sander has been busy. He's just not had a lot of service so far today, but he has moved around that box trying to cause some problems with his height, and LA just pity-pattying at the back here trying to get rid of the ball.
Will Seymour will head it back into the offensive zone. Caden Chung, who hasn't seen a lot of the ball much. A lot of play has come up kind of the left-hand side here as far as crosses and service. Will Seymour gives it away. And they'll pump it long to Jack McBean on the deck. He'll take on his man. He's got Cole Seiler, Chris Serban coming back. Ethan Zubak gets behind his man again and is able to put in some service. It's deflected out for a corner, but Zubak just causing stitches for the Whitecaps backline. Just perfect timing on his runs and managing to get behind them.
And Hernandez was clear at the back there. If they'd managed to get the ball over to him, he was in for the second goal for LA. Thankfully, the ball just did not make it to the back of the box, but no Whitecap picking that run up from Jonathan Hernandez, and they really have to mark a little bit smarter out there.
Jaime Villarreal, the designated corner taker for LA Galaxy, steps over the ball. Whipped into the area, right around the head height. Cleared off the line, though, as Cole Seiler, or should I say Spencer Ritchie, came flapping at it. Don't know who it was on the line that managed to clear it, but definitely saved a goal there as Spencer Ritchie wasn't really close to that ball. Villarreal now on the far side, lumps it back into the area, right-footed. It's headed up into the air by Francis DeVries. David Norman Jr. puts a head to it, but he's fouled, and the Whitecaps are let off the hook on what could have easily been a go-ahead goal for the Galaxy.
Yeah, Ritchie needs to do better. If he's going to come out for that ball, he has to get to it. He just can't flap like that. Thankfully, a guy on the line. But LA keeping the pressure on.
We got another look at that chance. Villarreal with the service. Looks like it rolled off the back of a Whitecap.
It was Declan Wynn off the line.
Declan Wynn coming on the far side post, not even his side. And it looks like we have a Whitecap down. I want to say it's David Norman Jr. No, it's not. He did get fouled on that last play, but I can't see who the cap is behind the net here. Oh, it's Francis DeVries.
Francis DeVries, yeah.
Getting his head tended to. Get a replay of the collision here. See if there's anything in here. Oh, yes, yeah. Definitely a head-on-head. That's one of the perils of the job as a center back, isn't it, Michael? That you have to kind of put your head into spaces that they really shouldn't be going into in order to win those kind of balls.
Seems to have an ice pack on it. He's going to have a big lump coming out of there, but he's a hardy guy. These Kiwis, they breed them hard down there.
Absolutely. Lots of meat and potatoes, lots of good hearty meals to keep them nice and strong. Absolutely. He's going to jog it off. And Spencer Ritchie just waiting for the signal from the official to get play back underway here as we're in the 33rd minute now. The Galaxy 1, FC 2-1.
And if we're talking the Kiwis, notable omission from the Whitecaps team today, Meyer Bevan out serving the third of his 3-game suspension for the sending off he had against Seattle. He'll be back for the remainder of the season, and it's going to be a key piece for the Whitecaps down the stretch. Absolutely.
You need all hands to the pump, especially if you're to make the playoffs. The Caps have lots of work to do as the ball is put long and hard for Taron Campbell, who will chase it down into the corner against Payeras. Plays it central, but there's no one there, or is there? Marco Boosters will get to it, lays it back. We'll spread it out wide now, again for Taron Campbell. Whipped into the area, left-footed, kind of a poor ball, comes off the backside of Covarrubias. And the Galaxy will clear it and deflect it once again to Marco Bustos. Lots of clumsy clearances in this match so far. Lots of deflected efforts as well. David Norman Jr. collects. He's going to go for a run into the box. Norman's in there. Takes a stumble. No penalty. The defender went to ground. Norman looked to stay on his feet there. And the flag stays down. Oh, does it not? It does. It goes up as it looked like Ethan Zubak had gotten in behind the back line again, but he is offside this time. Perfectly timed runs before that, but once again, almost catching the Whitecaps on the break.
That was tight. LA's obviously seen that they can get behind this Whitecaps defence. They've done their scouting. They know who they want to attack. They seem to want to attack up their left side, the Whitecaps right. A lot of success there. Very tight offside there. Let off for the Caps, but some good anticipation in the box just before that from Caden Chung. Marco Bustos as well. Pouncing on the mistakes. Both teams, though, sloppy right now.
Yeah, some very sloppy clearances and passes in the middle of the field, especially when trying to clear out of their own zone. David Norman Jr. almost pouncing on that one, but what looked like to be a clumsy tackle from the defender actually ended up bailing out his backline and almost created a chance for them. As LA will move forward on Jack McBean's shoulders. They'll play it forward now. Jack McBean on the ball. He's going to have a right-footed. No, he's not. He holds up, plays it central. Back to Jaime Villarreal. He's going to try and work through the area and does get fouled. David Norman Jr. brings him down just outside the top of the area. Might be tough to get the ball over the wall here on a free kick, but definitely a dangerous area nonetheless. We'll get a replay here.
Whitecaps diving into tackles on the edge of the box there. Seiler had one and then not too much in that. Kind of ran more into the back of Norman, but a free kick given away in a very dangerous spot, 20 yards out.
Jaime Villarreal very shifty, jukes and jives, draws the foul, and it'll either be him or Jack McBean smashing that one. It looks like McBean's going to rear back. That being said, Villarreal looks like he might have a go too. We'll see what happens.
De Vries back on in the wall here with the headband on.
Going to be Jack McBean who laces it, and an outstanding save by Spencer Ritchie. It looked like Villarreal was going to put the left boot behind it, but Jack McBean smashes it. Spencer Ritchie on top of it and palms it out for a corner.
Really well taken free kick there from McBean.
Jack McBean just gets the instep. Looked like it was going in that side meshing, but Spencer Ritchie equal to the task and puts it out for another corner for Villarreal. Lofted into the top of the area, headed away by Tommy Sander, who's coming back to do some defending. They'll play it back out wide for Villarreal, headed away by Declan Wynn, down to Taron Campbell, and he'll thump it long and hard on a switch ball with excellent pace to Marco Bustos, who will bring it down and take it to the corner. He's going to try and take out his man. He gets past his man. He's in the area on his left foot. Bustos takes himself outside the area, has a shot, and another great save on the other end now from Eric Lopez. Fantastic run, fantastic work from Marco Bustos.
The goalkeeper's earning their money there. It's going end to end now in this end of the half here. Great quick counter from Bustos with a shot, sprawling save from Lopez. Bustos just couldn't get the room that he was wanting. He was trying to make room for himself, but then unleashed a lovely one that was going into the top corner there.
The Galaxy defender is able to shepherd Bustos kind of outside the 18, maybe take a bit off the sting off this, as David Norman Jr. will whip in a left-footed cross. Near post again, and headed away and cleared. Comes down for Will Seymour. He'll play it to the top of the area now for Taron Campbell, who just can't control it, and the Galaxy will break now.
End-to-end stuff here.
Well, it's a definite sandlot matchup right now, Michael, as Jack McBean flicks it over the top of the defender. He'll take it down on the left foot. He's going to have a dig. Takes a deflection off Declan Wynn. Out for a corner, yes, sir. What a hectic minute there, Michael.
Yeah, not got time to catch our breath here.
Absolutely.
Another corner for LA, and the players are going to be exhausted running up and down it in this heat.
Spencer Ritchie organizing his troops now in the Whitecaps 18. He'll want a better effort from himself as he came out kind of flapping at that last corner, almost resulted in an LA Galaxy gilt-edged chance. Whitecaps forward is also dropping very deep to defend. Tommy Sander is really putting in the shift there. Into the area, floated in. It's brought back down by the Galaxy, headed out of the box. It's going to be Zico Bailey. He's going to have a lash at it. Whoa, not too bad. He had a rip from about the 30-yard mark on the field there, and it kind of hung and dipped in the air, but just over the crossbar.
Lovely strike there from Bailey, showing no effects from that little twist he had on his leg earlier on. A little bit further out would maybe have just dipped over Spencer Ritchie, but the Cats playing so deep there, no one left up front of that corner kick. So when the ball came to the edge of the box, nobody there to clear it. And they need to be a bit smarter when they're doing things like that. It's a young team, they're just trying to protect this 1-1 scoreline right now. They don't want to give another goal up just before half-time from a confidence point of view. But you still have to leave somebody up at these set pieces.
Bustos spreads the ball out wide for Declan Wynn. He'll run at both of his men now. Cross into the area, deflected, and then cleared. David Norman Jr. will bring it down. He'll play it up for Declan Wynn, but the ball just a bit too long there for the New Zealand international.
It's a weird shiny thing on the pitch that's really distracting me just now.
Yeah, it looks to be like a wrapper of some sort or something like that, like a candy wrapper,
Yeah.
but yes, it is distracting me as well.
I just keep getting drawn to it.
And if you take off the Darth Vader mask too, it'll help
Yeah.
you give you a little bit more visibility as well.
I brought my Chewie back. That was the closest I had to a Star Wars thing at home.
There you go. You're trying, Michael. At least you're trying. A for effort.
You need to have a Doctor Who night, then I'll be in my element.
There you go. There you go. I think that's a little bit down the road, but maybe we'll see.
Or, I mean, all these Kiwis, Lord of the Rings night.
Absolutely. That would be a given, hey? That would be a given. Marco Bustos now on the ball, left-footed. Thumps it over the top. Tommy Sander brings it down the right foot. An excellent trap. Has a smashing hit, but it rolls tamely to the goalkeeper, Eric Lopez. Tommy Sander looked to say he was fouled on that one.
Yeah, he looked hurt at first, but big buys, he's up. It looked like a foot was kind of left in a little bit on his chest. Just going to get a replay of that now.
Marco Bustos for another great ball over the top. A great trap by Sander to bring it down Maybe just stubbing his toe on the turf there. Didn't look like he got all of the purchase he wanted on that shot. It kind of just rolled in. I think a better effort maybe goes into the net there.
4 goals in the year for Saner. He's a guy that you were hoping was going to get more than that.
Fans, stay up to date on the latest USL news and info from around the league. Tune in to USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts, Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern on Sirius XM. That's channel 85. Also, don't forget Sirius XM will air the USL Game of the Week. Check uslsoccer.com as the Galaxy 4 into the area. A couple deflections there. Zubak will play it back into the area, though, and it's another corner. Zubak giving the Caps fits there, and they're just not able to clear their lines cleanly. There's been very few just tidy little clearances. They're either bouncing or bobbling or going off chests or heads. It's just, it's very mucky and sloppy back there, Michael.
Yeah, you kind of wonder how long Rich Fagan might go with this lineup. There is the opportunity, of course, to draw Caden Chung back into the right back position and get somebody else in right midfield to give Serbin a little bit of a break.
Now the Galaxy put it in the area, headed away by Cole Seiler, but only as far as Covarrubias, who will put it out into touch. Soccer fans, Nike is an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. Michael, I know you rock the tempos from time to time when you're hacking people up in your weekend leagues.
Yeah, I'm too slow now. That's why I end up hacking folk up. But yep, love my Nike stuff.
Absolutely, well done. And Tommy Sanders just offside, though. It looked like he'd almost kind of beaten the offside trap in an awkward manner, but he just a hair offside there.
Tried to keep his run, but just a little bit too slow.
As we approach the 42nd minute, you feel there might be a couple added minutes of stoppage time here, as there were a few injuries through DeVries and Zico Bailey, so I probably predict maybe 2 or 3 minutes we'd see.
Have to think so, definitely. DeVries not really showing too much ill effects either. Obviously out there with the bandage now. Terry Butcher-esque, minus the blood so far anyway. Whether it will affect him in the air for the balls coming in, that's what we're going to have to kind of wait and see.
Jack McBean on the far touchline plays it back. The USL is one of the most prominent second division professional leagues in the world, featuring some of the game's top talent and rising stars. Stay up to date with all the latest league news and info by visiting uslsoccer.com. Follow them on Twitter at USL for all the updates. Michael, I know you stay up late night and crunch stats.
USL site's fantastic for stats, actually. You can get everything that you're really needing to know as we do to prepare for these games. And it breaks a lot down.
Very up to date as well. They update their stuff really quickly too, so it's if you need to see the most recent red card or hat trick, you can get it all in there really quickly. As the Galaxy will play it to Jack McBean. He'll hold on to it a bit, play it back to Hugo Arellano. Back to McBean. He'll go infield now and gives it away cheaply. Not a soul around as far as the Galaxy are concerned. Just Will Seymour to collect and carry on. Campbell will carry forward. He's got Wynn on the overlap if he wants him. He will use him. Declan Wynn, first time on the left foot. Crossed into the area. Marco Bustos or make it Caden Chung. Just a step behind the play there.
You don't really want a guy of Caden's height in the box there for a ball coming over. But another quick break here. Counter from LA.
Adrian Vera is on the ball. He's got an overlap man. He'll chooses to play it square, possibly ruining that effect. If he had just laid it off for his man, maybe use that overlap. I think that's a clear one-on-one there for the Galaxy.
That is a really strange decision to play that inside to his right. The ball out to the left was going to set, I think, Zubik away, but that was a strange choice.
Marco Bustos now down the right-hand side, cuts it back onto his favored left. Lays it off. Caden Chung has a rip. Gets too much under it and goes right over the bar there, but definitely an opportunity missed there for the Galaxy. You feel it should be 2-1.
Yeah, it would have been Vera that was in there, and a guy that's already hit 5 goals in the year. I just don't understand why he played that inside. Great from a Whitecaps point of view, not going to complain too much in that regard, but that was another let-off for the Whitecaps.
Who knows, maybe that we could have used some VAR for it. Today's match plays an important role in the close partnership between MLS and the USL to test the use of video assistant referee, or VAR as they call it, Michael. I know you love it. The VAR will be implemented during key match-changing situations and serious missed incidents on the field. For more info on VAR, visit uslsoccer.com.
I particularly love it when the fans start chanting VAR in some of the games.
It's taken on a life of its own, hasn't it? Like hashtag VAR has revolutionized the way we break down soccer calls.
It hasn't been too obtrusive so far either. week 1 in MLS was great, week 2 not so good, but the last couple of weeks it's not had any big issues.
Probably my favorite incident so far was the Kaká sending off.
Yeah,
that's when I think VAR didn't work, but besides that...
Common sense didn't work in that one.
No, absolutely not. As the Galaxy come forward now, Cole Seiler picks that one out. He'll play it over to Caden Chung, who's dropping deeper to get on the ball now. Maybe as you alluded to there, Michael, as Rich Fagan may elect to bring Caden Chung back a bit just to get a bit more working in their end. He's been kind of isolated up front, and he is more familiar in that kind of midfield role, as you say.
Definitely some good options on the bench, which we'll look at after half-time. Looks like 1 minute of time added on here, which is a little bit surprising.
Absolutely. We did have two lengthy kind of stoppages for injury, so 1 minute is definitely shorter than I anticipated. Maybe the referee just looking to get into the locker room for a cool drink of water as well, Michael. As the Caps let it roll out for a goal kick, maybe the last play of the half here.
I have to think so. As soon as Spencer kicks this, I expect Michelle Pye to blow her whistle.
As you mentioned, Michael, there the halftime whistle goes. A very entertaining half, a lot of good sandlot football and some great goals as well, as Taron Campbell opened the scoring for Whitecaps FC 2 earlier in the match, only for the Galaxy to equalize through Ethan Zubak. The Galaxy have been the better of the two sides as far as chances are concerned, as far as run of play and possession are concerned as well. But at the half, it is Whitecaps FC 2-1, LA Galaxy 2-1.
I'll go pay. Nice, I'll go park the Evo. What's up, guys? I'm Spencer. I'm Cole. We're here today at the Van Dusen Botanical Garden for the Evo Maze Challenge. Come on! Come on, you've been preparing for this, Cole. Oh, wrong turn, wrong turn. I'm feeling better about this one. Nah, I'm feeling much worse. Dead end, dead end. Oh, God. Oh, God. Help me, Tom Cruise! No. Come on. Where are you, Spencer? I don't know where I'm at. Dead end! Ah! No, that's mine. You can't take my ball. Oh, I thought that was my ball. Where'd you go? Where'd you get that? Nowhere. Come on, where's the turn? No. We're getting near. I can smell it. For the W! Oh, yeah. Woo! I hit his ball. He's never going to find it, so he probably won't be out for another couple minutes. Help me! I didn't find the ball. I hit it.
Hi everyone, I'm the new goalkeeper, Stefan Mrinovic, and I'm here with my fellow compatriots out of New Zealand. Oh no!
I live around the Wop-Wops.
What the hell? Who's the kid?
I'm Maya Bevan.
Look at the cameraman.
Francis DeVries. Hello, Declan Wynn.
All right, so if you had to have dinner with one of the following, Russell Crowe or Lord, who would it be?
Lord, because when I was younger, I went to a party and she was there, and I met her.
Does that make you feel special?
Yes, because now she's famous.
All right, well, we know what you're like. Okay, so how often were you mistaken for an Aussie and Aid as a buggy? Well, I can answer this one for everyone. It's like all the time. We're just one big country, I think, yeah. New Zealand, Australia is the same thing. If you didn't play soccer, what sport do you think you could have played professionally?
Good question.
Basketball? Basketball, you're pretty tall.
I'm trying to think of something that not too many. Probably cricket or tennis, actually.
Cricket? Yeah. What? Batsman, fielder? What would be your?
All round a medium pace left arm.
He knows his stuff. If a Canadian were to go to New Zealand and order a hokey pokey, what can they expect?
Crunch balls.
What? What? No. This is one of my favorites. Describe to man, what the hell is? How do you put Vancouverites? Vancouverites? Okay. Describe to Vancouverites out there what a pavlova dessert is.
Oh, it's so good. That's pretty good enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. You gotta give more information than that.
It's like egg whites, whipped up and then whipped cream on top, a few kiwi fruits. It's a cake.
No, it's not. Okay.
Explain a kiwi fruit.
What's a kiwi fruit?
Like a tree.
So are you trying to suggest that people in Canada don't know what a kiwi fruit is?
I don't know, mate. You guys are asking me. I'm just asking.
Okay, so if one of your teammates were to tell you they just got a double-double and a box of Timbits this morning, what are they referring to?
Timbits is a cookie, right?
I have no idea.
Can you explain to all Canadians watching what the following expressions mean in New Zealand? And use it in a sentence. Macca's.
It's late night, I just feel like some Macca's now.
It's been a late night and you feel like some Macca's. Yeah, I could understand that. So,
McDonald's.
so it's another... It's not like a restaurant, it is the restaurant. Please support us because we're heading away to the Solomon Islands in a couple of weeks, and just so you could get to know us, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Greetings, fellow Whitecaps fans. My name is Chuboy, your friendly neighborhood video game expert. If you don't know me yet, I play FIFA 17, the video game, for a living. And yes, my mom is very, very proud. Now, one thing that's great about FIFA 17 is that a player's stats in the game can tell you a lot about what he's gonna be like on the real pitch. So the Whitecaps just announced their new Egyptian midfielder, Ali Ghazal. Now let's use FIFA 17 to see what you can expect from this beast from the Middle East. Quick background on Ghazal. At 25 years old, he's coming into his prime. He's a box-to-box, defensive-minded midfielder that's comfortable on the ball and will give the Whitecaps back for extra protection. Although he's young, he comes with a lot of experience. He's already played 100+ games in the Portuguese league, captained his former side, and has also played for his national team. One thing you need to know about Ghazal, he's real tough. His 84 physicality rating in FIFA is equal to Europe's elite midfielders like Arturo Vidal, Casemiro, and N'Golo Kante. This tells you his physical attributes can dominate opponents on the pitch. With 87 rated strength, he's hard to push off the ball, and with 85 aggression, he won't give opponents any time. Now, his defensive capabilities are very solid as well. With 81 standing tackle and 79 interceptions, he'll be great at breaking up the opponent's attacking play and building the Whitecaps counterattack. With these defensive stats, he's able to play at center back if the Whitecaps need him to. This makes him very versatile. Overall, it looks like the Caps have a young, new midfield general that's ready to lead them to the playoffs. So once again, my name is Chuboy, and I hope this video helped you get a better idea of our new midfielder, Ali Ghazal. Until next time.
I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
James Outland and Morgan Copes from the leadership of Birmingham, Alabama's 2019 USL expansion side recently visited the league offices. Announced as the first expansion team for 2019, Outland and Copes share in the excitement as the club begins to work towards its inaugural season.
Well, first and foremost, I think we're going to have a great product. We're going to have a professional environment. We're going to have a competitive team, and not just competitive, we want to win. So I think the competition and the level of play on the field is going to be top-notch, and I think the experience at the stadium and for the fans is going to be equally impressive.
What excites me about being in the USL in 2019 is it's a dream come true. I mean, this is something that, you know, there's a group of guys and individuals who have put a lot of time, a lot of blood, sweat, tears, you know, everything that you can think of from a grassroots perspective, startup, you know, to see it come to fruition, you know, when this whole thing really kind of started from, you know, just a couple beers at a local brewery. This whole idea, to see it come to fruition, it's going to be incredible.
What excites us about joining the USL is, first, Birmingham needs a professional sports team, and we think soccer is the ideal sport for Birmingham. It's a great growing sport across the country, and as importantly, the USL has really been a successful league. They've done a phenomenal job. We've done our research. We've been working on this for over 2 years now, and we really chose the USL because we think it's the best league and one of the best sports in the world, and we think Birmingham is primed to become a great professional soccer town.
It's going to be a fun, fast, exciting atmosphere. I mean, the game of soccer itself is always, you know, very exciting, you know, to watch live, just because of the speed of play, the physicality, the toughness that goes into it. But you know, I also think we're going to have a great, fun family atmosphere.
Well, it's been a great opportunity to come and get better familiarized with the people behind the league, and get to meet the folks that we work with on a weekly and ongoing basis, and really get our ducks in a row and be ready to launch for our 2019 beginning of the season.
The wealth of knowledge, the information, and just the organization around the entire organization itself is incredible. The professionalism is second to none. And you know, I'm excited about getting to meet the people and put faces to names. You know, there's an old quote, you know, nobody cares what you know until they know you care. So I really look forward to establishing those relationships with league officers and just the people in and around here.
For USL Network, I'm Morgan Conklin.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to McLeod Athletic Field here in Langley, British Columbia, Canada, as the Whitecaps FC2 host LA Galaxy 2. The current score 1-1 at halftime. My name, Corey Basso, your play-by-play man, joined now by Michael McCall. And Michael, let's get into those first half highlights. And there was a few highlights, as it was quite a fun game here in the sunny confines of Langley, BC, at McLeod Athletic Park.
Yeah, end-to-end stuff. Whitecaps opened the scoring early. Lovely finish from Terran Campbell from a cutback here from David Norman.
Terran Campbell lashing it in on the left foot there. The excellent setup, as you heard there, from David Norman Jr. And the Whitecaps get off the mark with pretty much a perfect start.
I mean, this precision pass back. What a shot from Campbell there. Lopez beating all ends up, didn't have a chance there. Campbell's third goal of the season for Whitecaps 2.
But it was coming. The Galaxy getting behind the Whitecaps FC2 backline on numerous occasions, and finally Ethan Zubek manages to finish and find the back of the net for the equalizer in the 24th.
Quick counter here from LA, really caught Whitecaps napping at the back. Cool, calm, collected head to put that away, but the Whitecaps will be worried about their defensive play in that one.
And then a big free kick save, as it was Jack McBean with the instep right-footed shot. Spencer Ritchie gets about to make an excellent save and put it around the post.
We highlighted the danger that McBean is. You're just seeing a free kick here. An extra man in the wall may have helped, but it was end-to-end stuff. Whitecaps then went up the pitch. Bustos bringing that fantastic save there out of Lopez.
The LA Galaxy defenders doing well to push out Bustos wide to prevent a clear gilt-edged shot there. And the stats will say it all, Michael. Plenty of shots on target. Better possession. I'm surprised by that one for Whitecaps FC2, as I thought Galaxy probably ran away with the possession there. But what stands out to you as far as those stats, Michael?
Well, the corners that the Whitecaps have given up is 6, and LA have looked dangerous with the balls coming in because the Whitecaps defence has been struggling with some balls in the box. Very surprised by the possession as well. 7 shots apiece. It's been a half. It's been end-to-end at times. It's been lulls at times. It seems to just spark into life. Then as soon as they do, end-to-end stuff.
We'll come back for the second kickoff next. It's Vancouver 1, LA 1, coming back with more USL soccer. Welcome back to McLeod Athletic Park here in Langley, British Columbia, Canada. My name is Corey Basso on the play-by-play alongside Michael McCall with the color as the Whitecaps and LA Galaxy getting set to kick off this second half. Of course, the score tied 1-1 on the strength of a Taron Campbell goal for the Caps and an Ethan Zubak goal for the LA Galaxy. And there will be some switches here coming up at halftime, Michael.
Yeah, Gloria Amanda has come in for Thomas Sanner at the half. Amanda, 2 goals in the year. Cole leads the team in assists as well with 2. So he'll be looking to try and get busy again. Residency product, very talented guy, big future ahead for this lad, and look forward to seeing what he can do against a very talented LA backline.
What does that mean tactically, Michael? Obviously, Tommy Sanner, a big body, a good hold-up man, excellent trapper of the ball, great shooter of the ball. One of the first games I ever called here, he had a second-half hat trick. But what does Gloria Amanda do different than Tommy Sanner?
He's got more pace for one thing, so he can definitely run onto some through balls. He might not have the big aerial presence that Sanner has, but he is good in the air. I do feel that Amanda's football intellect's better than Sanner's. It's something that somewhat lets Sanner down a little bit. Glory's football IQ is definitely stronger.
Ethan Zubak getting behind the back line on the right-hand side. He'll hold the ball up. Marshall to the flag by Francis DeVries. Zubak plays it calmly back to his teammate. Stays on the ball. He will try and take on Francis DeVries, but he stands tall and then goes in for a meaty challenge.
Cruncher.
Doesn't manage to win the ball, but definitely makes his intention known. As LA whip it into the area. It's a good ball dealt with by Chris Serban. A dangerous kind of awkward ball. Took a weird hop. Came in about like collarbone height. But Serban just throws his body at it and puts it out for a corner.
Definitely best to make sure there that it just goes out. Don't take any chances in the box. Richie could have possibly come out to get it, but yeah, let's just watch. It did seem to take a bit of a strange bounce.
It was whipped in with a lot of bend. It kind of just managed to curl around the back line. And Chris Serban does the right thing to put it out, and Jaime Villarreal will whip it into the area. Top of the box, headed away by Gloria Amanda, only as far as Zico Bailey. Bailey down the touchline. Whipped back in by Jaime Villarreal, and another corner as Declan Wynn deflects it out into the crabgrass in the far baseball field.
2 already this half, 8 altogether for LA. LA's come out all guns blazing to start this second half, wanting to try and put themselves in a galaxy far, far away, I guess.
Absolutely, Tatooine. As it's served up. Top of the area, Cole Seiler will get rid of it. Marco Bustos brings it down, fouled on the back though. Smart foul to win though by Bustos. He felt the attack was still on, but he manages to shield the ball. Gets tumbled over and the Caps can regroup, but played quickly out of the back by Francis DeVries. Maybe would have been best to just take your time and just regroup there as the Caps were kind of scrambling. Francis DeVries on the ball. Left-footed, thumped, long ball. And Will Seymour's behind the back line. Doesn't manage to get a touch. He wrestles with his man. It's cleared away. Maybe a better touch there, and Will Seymour can set himself up for a shot. Just couldn't bring it under control there as Chris Serban plays it up the line now for Caden Chung. Caden Chung's going to take on his man. He gets past his man. Takes it into the corner. He's got 3 LA Galaxy defenders. He needs some help, but he's going to take them all on. Whips it into the area. It's a headed effort by Gloria Amanda. But it goes off the top of the head and out the far side. Excellent work by Caden Chung to create some chance there.
Yeah, didn't see much of him from the first half, but really, really good work rate there. Get a little replay here, see what he did. Some nice footwork to get past the two LA guys. Whipped in a great cross, and Amanda just couldn't direct it towards goal.
Excellent work from Caden Chung. Rather anonymous in the first half. The referee just having a talking to with David Norman Jr. A little feisty there, dragging down his man. Feel that might be the last stern talking to he gets before he sees a little card action, Michael.
It wouldn't feel the same game, a WFC2 game, if it wasn't for Davey Norman or one of the Baldissimos picking a card up, so
Absolutely.
bound to see that at some point.
Covarrubias standing over the ball for LA. He elects to play it back for Zico Bailey, who returns favor. The two do a give and go. Maybe a little bit of opportunity lost there as LA had men in the box. They elect to kind of just keep possession, try and play it tidily, but it goes out for a throw-in. As Taryn Campbell repossesses the ball now for the Caps, and they'll have a crack into the offensive zone. It is Star Wars night here, so if you hear Michael McCall making lots of ill-timed, very cheesy Star Wars references, that's why. He isn't just doing it on his own accord. As Gloria Amanda takes it to the far side corner flag. Declan Wynn whips it in with the left foot. Goes over the keeper. No, it does not. Eric Lopez calmly claims, as it looked like Caden Chung was on the back stick looking to lurk for the pieces.
Bit of a strange cross. That almost looked like it caught up in the wind. So the wind seems to be blowing the other way. So
Jack McBean puts it into touch on the far side.
The wind has certainly picked up for this second half. Just looking at the flags behind the goal and the corner flags as well, and let's see if the Caps can take advantage of that. Maybe get some more balls whipped in here from up the right wing.
Zico Bailey outdone by Declan Wynn. He gets past his man, a left low-footed ball. Just couldn't get past the last man, Jake Artiega. Or Gloria Amanda was ready there to pick up the scraps.
I think we're going to see the Caps playing a lot more balls into the box on the deck with Sanner being out there. He's a guy that likes the ball more in the air than on his feet, but Amanda is really good on his feet.
Taryn Campbell puts it into the area. It's headed down by Caden Chung, only as far as Bustos, who steps in the area, has a left-footed lash, and it's blocked by Payeras. That looked like an excellent opportunity, but Payeras puts his big chest in the way, and the Caps win a corner.
Bustos seems to be asking the referee for a penalty there. Didn't see anything in that. I'll get a replay here of it though. Some nice work by Bustos. Make room for himself. Get this shot off. I think he might have been claiming a handball.
Couldn't really tell from the angle of the replay there. Did look to hit the chest from our vantage point as David Norman serves it up into the foot of the area. Bobbles around a bit, not really dealt with, and just hoofed out by Artiega.
Lively start by both teams to start this second half. As we saw in the first as well, the opening exchanges were pretty fast paced, and then dips and lulls, and then going back up again. So I think we might expect more in this half. Caden Chung looking for the ball out here in the right wing.
Caden Chung out of your TV shot, standing with both arms in the air as if to say, give me the ball. Didn't get it, the switch never came, and now it's Cole Seiler coming up the near side touchline. Given away. Only as far as Vera, who puts it up the line for Ethan Zubek, who will carry into the area again. He's going to go right all the way himself. He's brought down. Is it a penalty? No, it's not. The referee adjudges it to be a too clean of a challenge. Two men just kind of muscled him off the ball. Maybe just took a hair of a touch too long there.
Serban really caught up the pitch there and was struggling to get back.
Now Bustos carries it up. He'll play it to Caden Chung, who will loft it into the area. Got too much under it, and it goes out for a goal kick. But LA through Zubek again, looking dangerous in the area.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it in the first half. Serban is a fullback that likes to push forward, and he was past the halfway line there in the quick break, just couldn't get back. Cole Seiler did track back. Good thing about Cole Seiler is he can play a right back position as well, so he's comfortable out there. But another let-off for the Caps. There's been a few so far in this game, but fast-paced end-to-end action, entertaining for a good crowd here in Langley.
Cole Seiler will collect once again with the bright lime green boots. David Norman Jr. muscled off the ball there. LA will counter. Jack McBean just not able to get there, but the foul's awarded anyways as Jaime Villarreal looked to chip through. And there's David Norman's card. As we mentioned, he did get that stern talking to about 2-3 minutes ago. He pulls down Jaime Villarreal on the counterattack after being dispossessed. And David Norman is the first one in the referee's book, a yellow card in the 53rd minute.
It was certainly coming. It's just something that comes with this game. I like it. I like that kind of tough tackling midfielder. You don't get a lot of them in the game nowadays. It's kind of changed, but you also don't get away with as much either in the game. And it's something that David Norman might have to work on, just hone back that aggression a little bit. But don't change what works from him. He's excellent when it comes to those tough tackles.
Once again, it will be Jaime Villarreal, the designated set-piece taker for this squad. He takes all corners, and he's now standing over the free kick. He allowed Jack McBean to take that one earlier in the first half that resulted in an excellent Spencer Ritchie save. But it looks like he's going to go back post with this one. Maybe a lofted ball for a very tall Ethan Zubek at the back post. Whipped into the area. It's dealt with cleanly, though. And Gloria Amanda will thump it long and hard for Taryn Campbell. He'll bring it down under the challenge of Zico Bailey, who will lay it off to Declan Wynn. Declan Wynn gives it away now to Jaime Villarreal. It's played onside, but Ethan Zubek has a rip. He was offside anyways, coming back from an offside, I should say, position. Excellent pass from Jaime Villarreal to pick out his man, but just a dash offside.
Yeah, it was a good through ball, but just a few inches offside there. LA set to make their first substitution of the game.
And we'll see who it is.
Seem to want to wait a little bit now.
Chris Serban will take infield and play it back to Spencer Ritchie, not taking any chances. As we have some stormtroopers in our booth now, I think they're coming to take away Michael for crimes against the imperial government, but we'll find that out shortly, Michael. If you hear a headset clunk, Michael's gone.
I think it's crimes against humor.
Oh, well, you've been a lifelong criminal in that aspect.
That's
then.
true.
As Jaime Villarreal will bring it up the far side again. He takes on his man, David Norman, kind of under the cosh as he can't commit another yellow. It is eventually cleared away, though, by Cole Seiler and Francis DeVries. Kind of puts Davey Norman under the gun, though. That's the problem with playing that position, is once you're under that first yellow, you really got to be on your P's and Q's for the rest of the matchup.
And here comes the LA substitution. Going off is midfielder Jonathan Hernandez. Just trying to see who's coming on here. Looks like number 48, Rio Fuji.
Another corner kick here for the Galaxy.
Been a few at the side so far in this half for the Galaxy. They seem to be attacking a lot up their right wing in this half. It was the opposite in the first half.
Jaime Villarreal puts it in near post. Cole Seiler will clear it, but only as far as Covarrubias, who will play it back to Villarreal. Villarreal whips it in again. Head height for Zubak, I should say, and he puts it right into the arms of Spencer Ritchie, but definitely climbing high. He's a threat on the turf. He's a threat in the air. He's a threat overall, but it's a ball over the top for Gloria Amanda for Marco Bustos. Amanda on the near touch line here. He'll decide to take on his man, or will he? He'll play it calmly back for Chris Serban. Serban back to Amanda now. Infield for Seymour. Square for Declan Wynn. Declan Wynn will play it up the far line for Taryn Campbell. Will they work the give and go? They won't. Campbell elects to take on his man, though. Brings it in field. Won't use David Norman Jr. He continues himself. Puts in a head height ball. Looked to be going over the top for Bustos, but it's headed away by Payeras. And now the Galaxy will counter again, but that is an excellent chance-saving tackle from Cole Seiler. Zubak could have been away there. He's been effective all game, but Cole Seiler, almost with a last-ditch effort, manages to clear it away. It's Gloria Amanda now. Right-footed cross into the top of the area. Ooh, put awkwardly back past the goal line. It's a goal kick with Caden Chung, or I should say a corner kick with Caden Chung lurking in the area.
That was 2 minutes of non-stop action. I can't even remember what happened. To talk about it, there's so much going on there, but end-to-end stuff. But Cole Seiler's tackle was fantastic. Just see this effort here. Amanda cuts it back and then just deflected pass for a corner. Can the Caps make this pay with the wind coming into them in this direction?
Marco Bustos will stand over it in the near corner. Left-footed, no doubt. Whips it in, out swinger, head height. into the area, but Eric Lopez calmly takes. It was Taron Campbell climbing off that one. Looked like he might have got a push on the back of his man. It wasn't whistled down, but a weak, tame header nonetheless for Lopez.
Neither defence able to catch their breath here. This is very fast pace. Can they keep it up for another 30 minutes? I guess we'll see.
This is what I like to call arcade mode. This is where you take off offsides and you just go at each other full speed all the time. R1.
It's certainly looking like that. And LA coming forward again.
Jack McBean, lovely through ball there for Jaime Villarreal. Can he get a touch? He does, but it's a sliding tackle that kind of puts his man Ethan Zubak in a bit of danger there. He goes for almost the suicide pass and ends up getting submarined by an oncoming Spencer Ritchie, who tidies up the ball.
Once again, Whitecaps right back at it, going up the other end of the pitch.
Will Seymour working a quick give and go with Marco Bustos there, the diminutive center midfielder. David Norman Jr. spreading it out right here for Chris Serbin. Bustos back to Cole Seiler, who's tidily had a good game outside of the one goal. A couple chance-saving challenges, some good play out of the back. Francis DeVries, his center back partner now, electing to switch it back. Cole Seiler plays it up for Will Seymour with an excellent trap. Looked to be fouled, kind of lost the ball there, but play goes on. Covarrubias will now play it back to Zico Bailey.
Whitecaps fans, a reminder, get your 50-50 tickets ready. We're going to make that draw shortly.
Francis DeVries wearing those orange Nike boots. Nike, the official sponsor of the USL, of course. More information there at NikeSoccer.com. As Marco Bustos is through, he'll have a shot on the left foot, and it is stopped excellently by Eric Lopez. Bustos' second great chance of the evening. Breaks in on the right side after an excellent through ball. A left-footed shot on the instep, his preferred left foot. But an excellent save again by the dragging leg of Eric Lopez.
Yeah, lovely through ball from Chung to find Bustos. Bustos made room for himself, but Lopez made himself big. Gets that outstretched foot to deflect it around for another corner to the Whitecaps.
Excellent hockey goalie type save there, just kicked out the right pad. Bustos loops it into the area, top of the area, kind of low. Flicked on by the Galaxy defender, and Caden Chung will collect on the far touchline before playing it back to Declan Wynn. Flick on by Francis DeVries there, playing almost in a number 10 role. Now he retreats to center back there, just nobody there to latch onto that flicked on header.
And Vera in a lot of room unmarked out here on the left hand of the pitch for LA. Someone needs to pick him up here.
He certainly is. Chris Serbin has got two guys on his side, and both of them have gotten past him now, as Zubak will bring it in on his right, maybe carrying it a bit too long. Should have worked a give and go there, it seemed. With Vera, they were in great space. They had Serbin isolated 2-on-1, but maybe a bit of a greedy play from Zubak as he takes it into the center of the field for a right-footed shot that just didn't pay off. Gloria Amanda putting in a shift there. He'll win a throw-in for his side.
The pace that Amanda's brought to this attack has definitely caused some problems to this LA defence. Way more mobile than what Thomas Sanner can offer. And I think the key to them getting the breakthrough now for the remainder of this game is to try and get the ball to his feet and let him run onto something.
Absolutely, those balls head height over the top. Thomas Sanner would usually bring down the chest and lay off, whereas it seems like Gloria Amanda is more willing to kind of flick it on or wait for it to go over the defender's head to chase onto it. So definitely a different approach from what Tommy Sanner brings. You feel though, Michael, if the result stays this way, that LA Galaxy might be a bit disappointed with themselves. They've had the better of the chances, I feel, especially through Zubak, and whether it's just been a final poor ball of judgment in the final third or not, you feel the Galaxy definitely feel they should have 3 points here today.
Yeah, you do feel they should be ahead, but I mean, the Caps have had their chances as well. I just feel there's another goal in this from at least one of these teams, at least another one goal.
Absolutely. Chris Serbin brings it into the middle of the field. He is fouled in a dangerous area too, just on the far corner, near corner I should say, of the area. Perfect for some Marco Bustos or David Norman Jr. service on the left foot, maybe even a crack on net from this area. As you see there, Chris Urban electing to bring it infield. He is fouled by Arellano.
It's one of those fouls that just annoys a manager. It's kind of needless. He was going into the box, but there was guys ahead of him, so there wasn't really any need to commit to that. Bustos and Norman standing over the free kick here. Have to feel that Bustos with his left leg may want to kind of ping this in. Lopez moving around a lot on his goal line here. A big gap to his left if he can find the post to stamp the corner.
Absolutely, both men standing over the ball, Norman Jr. and Bustos. Looks like Norman's going to have a lash. He does, right at the goalkeeper, but it's only punched away. A foul in the area, I want to say there, as the play was blown down. Not a bad hit, but easy pickings for Eric Lopez.
Yeah, a bit of a save for the cameras, that one. I don't really think he needed to do that too much.
We'll see another angle of it here. David Norman definitely gets the laces on it, but maybe just not the accuracy he wanted. That needed to be maybe a foot or two higher if he wanted to beat Eric Lopez there.
Definitely. It's quite off-putting when you turn behind you and there's a stormtrooper just watching you.
It's ominous, isn't it? Yeah, I know. No, very, very ominous, I will say that. As Jack McBean drops into the middle of the field to collect the ball. Not a lot of touches for McBean so far in this second half. He did put himself about quite a bit in the opening 15 minutes, whether it was with decoy runs or just holding the ball up, but he seems to have gone a bit quiet here in the beginning, opening 25 minutes or so of this half.
Yeah, disappointing effort from him so far. It's one of those things when players come down, when they've been used to playing with the first team in MLS. We see it here in Vancouver as well. Some players use this as a great opportunity to put themselves in the shop window, impress the first team coach. Others struggle at this level, whether it's mental or whatever. They just struggle to find their groove in the USL level. But McBean should be used to it by now.
Marco Bustos plays it out wide for Terran Campbell. He'll drop it back for Declan Wynn. He'll give him an opportunity to overlap. Declan looks like he's going to get to that ball. He'll try some service, but Zico Bailey cuts it out. And the Caps get themselves
second team substitution
corner.
Another Whitecap substitution coming up. David Norman Jr. going off. He's on a yellow card. That kind of makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely.
Now entering the game, number 66, Michael Baldissimo.
And the younger of the Baldissimo brothers coming on, Michael Baldissimo. Another tough tackler, so that's a good thing.
A like for like, especially as you mentioned that David Norman Jr. was on a yellow, so you still get the same kind of input and effort, but a lot less risk should he need to really get down and dirty.
And Michael Baldissimo was a guy that's got skills in abundance. He's a very big future ahead of him.
Ball served into the area. It drops for Cole Sadler. He'll chest it down. Can try some service into the area. It's low and hard. It takes a deflection. And it looks like Adrian Vera is going to take on his man Chris Urban here. He'll elect to bring it infield. He'll swap play for Jack McBean. He's got an overlap by Zubak if he wants it. He'll elect to have a go. A little bit of a dribbling worm burner there. It just amounts to a tame save for Spezia Ricci.
Whitecaps taking the ball right up the pitch immediately.
No rest for the wicked today, Michael. As Gloria Amanda now possesses the ball, he'll drop it for Chris Urban, who had a bit of a shaky first half as far as being challenged by Zubak and McBean in the lights, but he seems to have settled into the second half a little bit better, getting forward a bit more as well, and just seems to be able to deal with defensive situations a little easier. The ball switched over to Declan Wynn. He's got Terran Campbell should he want him. He will use him. Terran Campbell, a little dipsy doodle on the ball. He'll continue on with the ball here, will Terran Campbell, before switching it over to Chris Urban. Urban now, he's going to take on his man Vera. Cuts it back, drops for Terran Campbell. He's going to have a lash with the left-footed. It is just out wide, probably about 6 feet outside of the far post. No concern for Eric Lopez.
No, Campbell looking for his second of the game there, just not happening. Both teams moving the ball about well, but not really threatening either goalkeeper too much.
When you're not listening to Michael and I, stay up to date on the latest USL news and info from around the league. Tune into USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts, Mondays at 7 p.m. ET. Eastern time, that is, on Sirius XM Channel 85. Don't forget, Sirius XM FC will air USL games of the week as well. USLsoccer.com for more information. The attendance today, Wookiees in the crowd alike, 1,494, Michael. An impressive crowd here for Langley.
Fantastic crowd. It's a venue that's drawn well for the Whitecaps so far this season.
Absolutely, as there is lots of soccer fans out here in the Valley, and they get a chance to come and sample the Caps wares as the Galaxy find their way into the area. A little bit of a stumble. Zubak with a shot, an excellent near post save by Spencer Ritchie. Might have been going wide. Ritchie doesn't take any chances on the Zubak effort. It's another LA corner. We'll have another shot at that lashed effort here from Zubak.
Yeah, and Ritchie did well, as you said, taking no chances at all with that, turning it around for yet another corner for LA in this half, and yet another corner on this side of the pitch as well.
Looks like he maybe caught Spencer Ritchie going the opposite way there, and Ritchie just took no chances as the ball's whipped in high and long and out. Not much threat there, a little bit of a waste.
I think the wind definitely caught that. If you look at the corner flags and the way that the wind is blowing, it's blowing pretty hard in towards Spencer Ritchie's goal there. I think just carrying the ball out before it could get over.
Cole Seiler will play it back now. Oh, Jack McBean in acres of space. Cole Seiler has to come out and challenge, and an excellent defensive tackle. Cole Seiler was caught out of position, you felt, when that ball was originally played in, but he made up some intense ground to block that shot from McBean.
An excellent half so far from Seiler. A couple of big possible goal-saving tackles from him there in the centre of the park.
There's a huge, massive gap in the Whitecaps back line there, as you'll see here in the replay, but Cole Seiler just puts on the jets and just throws his leg and limb in the way and manages to block the McBean effort. An excellent defensive play there.
Yeah, really well timed as well. Any mistake there and you could have given away a penalty, and the corner comes in into the side netting. I think the wind's definitely going to have a part to play now in this game.
Absolutely. You just saw those last two corners from Jaime Villarreal. Looked to put some pace on them, but they just kind of got lofted up into the air, and eventually the wind just carries it over the byline and out for a goal kick. So LA probably feeling hard done by Mother Nature on those last two, as the Whitecaps carry in with Bustos. He'll lay it off for Declan Wynn across the area. Gloria Amanda's there. So is Caden Chung. He lays it back. Oh, excellent chance there. I thought maybe a foul on the goalkeeper as he's still down, Eric Lopez. Gloria Amanda just getting in there, getting to the dirty areas, but he can't put it past Eric Lopez. The rebound not corralled, and LA are off the hook.
Whitecaps are going to really wonder how that didn't end up in the back of the net. Going to see a replay here. The ball comes across. Amanda in, Lopez with the save. Bustos trying to follow up, played it back to Chung, who couldn't get a shot off. It was a 4-on-3 break from the Whitecaps there. They have to do better in a situation like that. No foul on Lopez for me. It's like both players went for the ball. We had to do that, but Lopez has certainly come off the worst for wear after that tackle with Amanda.
Absolutely. I thought it was impressive of Gloria Amanda. It looked like it would just be a cleared away ball, but Gloria Amanda just wriggles his way in front of the last man, gets a toe on it, but Eric Lopez was right there at the feet of him to stop it. And maybe on a luckier day with a little bit less wind and a little bit more clinical finishing, that's a 2-1 Whitecaps lead.
You have to also praise Lopez for coming out, putting himself at danger, threw himself right at the feet of Amanda there. It's what a goalkeeper needs to do. It's certainly what he did. It has given players on both teams the chance to have a water break as well, which is always a good thing in a day like this.
Could have also been a possible opportunity to use VAR there, Michael, as today's match plays an important role in the close partnership between MLS and USL to test the use of VAR. And the VAR will be implemented during key match-changing situations and serious missed incidents on the field. For more info on that VAR, as discussed, visit USLsoccer.com. As everyone has a quick blast of H2O before they get back at it. Eric Lopez looks like he's okay and good to go in his bright lime green strip.
What you want to do now, though, from a Whitecaps perspective, is test him. Just see how good he is. Does he have a foggy head? Get some shots peppered on him right away. A bit of a delay while the LA trainer goes off the pitch here.
Absolutely. And we're back underway here as Chris Serban will pump it back to Spencer Ritchie. Both batches of substitutes warming up behind their respective nets. Is there any other substitutions in the book here for Rich Fagan, Michael? What can he do to switch it up should he decide to go for 3 points here?
He might look to bring Matthew Baldissimo on, the second of the Baldissimo brothers.
As we see Terran Campbell play the ball low and hard across, and it was the Baldissimo, the youngest Baldissimo, Michael, coming in there, but the ball's eventually cleared away. It was a good spell of play there from Terran Campbell.
Also an interesting player on the bench today for Whitecaps 2 is Noah Verhoeven, residency call-up from the under-18 squad. Be great to see him get his USL debut.
Marco Bustos now. Outswinger whipped into the area with some pace, but it's headed tamely on by Will Seymour into the waiting arms of Eric Lopez, who doesn't look to be suffering any ill effects from that knock he took on the challenge from Gloria Amanda.
A weak header from Seymour there. When you've got that much time and you're free in the box, you kind of want to get a little bit more power on it.
As Ethan Zubak will take on his man again, Chris Serbin. We'll see if he elects to cut to the left foot again. He does, and he gets past Serbin with the same move again. Low and hard into the area and dealt with for Francis de Vries. But Chris Serbin is having a time there when it seems like Zubak's got him one-on-one with those quick elastico whipbacks.
Yeah, Zubak's definitely had Serbin's card this afternoon. He's got past him so many times. It's been a tough outing for Serbin. I do feel, though, that he's been left exposed a bit. Caden Chung does need to come back and give him a little bit of help. There's been a few times he's had too many he's tried to mark out there.
Absolutely, there was a couple 2-on-1s in recent memory here as Marco Bustos will collect the loose ball. He's got Michael Baldissimo on the run. He elects to cut back infield, uses the run as the decoy. He'll switch play for Declan Wynn now with acres of space. He'll run into the final third. A whipped in ball, you feel, on the left foot. Head height, dealt away by Artiega, only as far as Zubak and Vera, now played out to Jack McBean, who's got Francis de Vries on his back like a cheap suit, manages to shrug him off. And Zico Bailey will regroup.
That was a nice breakaway from the Caps there. Lovely ball in from Wynn, just nobody that could get on the end of it. But the Whitecaps definitely getting their chances in the last couple of minutes, and you feel that they sense a second goal could be on here.
Absolutely, both sides not willing to stand down, whether it's Declan Wynn charging up the far left side or Zubak taking on Chris Serbin on the near side. It's been in a lively affair as far as wing play, that's for sure.
This is the 11th Whitecaps 2 home game of the season. They've had mixed form so far at home, just 2 wins, 4 draws and 4 defeats from that. It would really set them up for the run-in if they could get a full 3-pointer here for sure.
Chris Serbin heads away with Adrian Vera lurking. And Will Seymour's got Caden Chung on a run if he wants to use him. He elects to switch the ball to the other side. It looked like Caden Chung was away there. Marco Bustos will press the back line now. He'll swap it for Baldissimo. Baldissimo, left-footed cross to Bustos, and a tame roller. That should have been a tap-in. Marco Bustos just outside the 6-yard box. Acres of space, not a man around, and he tamely taps it into the arms of Eric Lopez.
Oh, he's going to want that back. He's a guy we've seen score so many goals. He has a great shot on him, and it was just such a weak effort. He's going to be disappointed. You can see it. It's written all over his face. He knows he should have done better there, and it should have been 2-1 Whitecaps. Excellent
play in from Michael Baldissimo to slide the ball into his fellow midfielder, but Marco Bustos on the left foot, no less, too, lets him down, and you feel the Caps should be up 2-1. Now a blasted effort from Adrian Vera goes high and wide. He's had a few chances today, Bustos. One on the right in the first half. He had another one on the instep, opening up his body here in the second half. Both a little bit more difficult than that one, but he just scuffed his lines.
You feel it's coming, though. I mean, the Whitecaps are certainly getting the better on this left side in particular. They're getting a lot of balls whipped into the box here.
And that's onside as Marco Bustos is behind the back. He has a chance to make amends, and he's stopped again by Eric Lopez, who just has Bustos' number today. I thought the flag was definitely going to go up. Bustos beats the offside trap. One-on-one with the goalkeeper, left-footed again, and he just puts it into the breadbasket of Lopez. And we'll get a replay here as Marco Bustos is on the deck, head in hands.
And, I mean, when he's through on goal like that, you expect him to score. We've seen him do it before at residency level over years. We've seen him do it at USL level. But full credit to Lopez. Again, not afraid to put his body on the line. Both players down hurt here. Lopez seems to have come off the worst for wear yet again. But, I mean, full credit to Lopez. To come out quick like that, make himself big. But you have to think Bustos should have buried that, should have put it away. 2 chances in a minute that should have put the Whitecaps ahead, and you can see the frustration written all over his face.
I know hindsight is always 20/20 when you're an attacker, but you can't help but feel, might he have had a bit more success had he chipped the on-rushing or maybe gone around the on-rushing Lopez? He did go to ground quite early, but he did the right move as Bustos' shot wound up right in his chest.
Always love a little chip, but yeah, I mean, he tried to beat him on the deck. If he had tried to go round him, I think he had the pace to get round him, because as you say, Lopez had committed himself pretty early. I don't think there was any way back for him after that. But we have seen Lopez great on the deck so far today. He's reached out a couple of times and grabbed some balls that you maybe wouldn't have thought a keeper would have got. But Marco Bustos, he has to put those 2 misses to the back of his head. What he needs to do now is get the goal that no one will care about those 2 misses. They'll just talk about the match winner.
It is true, Michael. You can make amends for that real easy by putting it in the back of the net. So that no doubt is on the mind of Marco Bustos as Caden Chung lifts one into the area. Terran Campbell, I should say, gets a head on it. It rolls off the back of Jeffrey Payeras and out for a corner kick. And we'll see if Michael Baldissimo can serve something up here.
And the Whitecaps getting their chances, and you're not going to win the game if you don't create these chances. So let's see if they can whip another corner in here. Baldissimo is probably going to go for the in-swinger towards the back post.
Cole Seiler's made his way into the area, but it goes near post, dealt with quite easily there by Hugo Arellano.
Didn't get enough on that at all.
And now Zubak is away again as he takes on Marco Bustos, who's coming back to win the ball now. Bustos is fouled. He had a handful of the shirt there. It looked like he had a handful of the shirt. The referee adjudges it to be a foul on Bustos, and it looks like Bustos is willing to make amends no matter which way he can do it.
Yeah, he's looking frustrated out there as well. He doesn't want to pick a booking up either, just for a silly challenge. We'll see this again. Definitely a foul, certainly not a booking, but it was his reaction afterwards, throwing his arms about. It's like he's going to pick a booking up for dissent if he's not careful. I know he's frustrated, but he just can't let it get to him.
Absolutely, as the LA Galaxy 2 step over another free kick on the far left touchline. It's lofted into the area right-footed, only as far as Adrian Vera, and he gets the better of his man Caden Chung. He puts in a right-footed ball, but headed tidily away by Terran Campbell and cleared only as far as Gloria Amanda, but thumped back all the way to Eric Lopez. No shortage of chances for either side in this match, Michael. I know I mentioned that the Galaxy might feel hard-pressed not getting away with 3 points here, but definitely now the Whitecaps have to feel like probably in the same boat as well. I don't think a draw suits either team now, does it?
I mean, a point for either team just now is going to feel like a disappointment, especially because both teams are needing the 3 points to try and boost their playoff hopes. The Caps, they've had the 3rd most draws in the Western Conference. Another one today would take them up to joint 2nd. If they could just turn some of these draws into wins, they'd be far, far higher up the table.
Referee plays advantage as Caden Chung carries into the area. He's going to take on his man. He gets the better of him. He has a right-footed shot, and it goes just far of the wide post. Eric Lopez looked like he was on his way down to deal with it. It was hit with pace, but just not a lot of accuracy. He was always curling away from the net. We'll see a replay here, but definitely a great chance for Baldissimo, or I should say for Caden Chung.
Chung certainly had a much better second half than a first, a lot busier in this half. It was a shot with pace, but at the same time, if he hadn't hit it so hard, it might have given Bustos a chance to get in at the back post to tap it in. I think he was maybe just too far away, but we're definitely seeing the Whitecaps getting success now on both wings and through the middle, which is something that they've not had throughout the game. So they need to make one of these pay. Looking at the bench, I'm not sure that there will be any more substitutions. Matthew Baldissimo could be a guy that comes on. He is a midfielder. The attack that's out there just now, though, it looks like they are getting some success against LA, so I'd maybe keep it as it is.
Cole Seiler with an awkward diving chest down to his man, but however you got to do it, he makes it work. Chris Urban will carry upfield in the meantime. Of course, Nike, the official sponsor of the USL. More information at nikesoccer.com. As it's whipped into the area by Declan Wynn, cleared only as far as Zeke O'Bailey, and given away again, though. Declan Wynn does well and back heels into Gloria Amanda. It's given to Baldissimo. Baldissimo, right-footed rip, blocked. Gloria Amanda, right-footed rip, and a goal! Near post, the substitute makes the difference. It's 2-1 Whitecaps in the 83rd minute on an excellent strike from Gloria Amanda.
What a finish from Amanda there. Really tight angle, runs over to get the applause from the crowd. I have to say, when he first hit it, I thought it was in the side netting because they looked that tight an angle. But some great build-up work to set that goal up as well. Amanda just did not give up in the play, started it, got the ball back. Sweet strike by Amanda, 2-1 Whitecaps.
We'll see a replay here. You didn't get to see it there, or maybe you will. Some excellent work from Declan Wynn. He does the work. He gets it to Baldissimo. His shot is blocked, but Amanda there to pick up the scraps. He just lashes at it, and it goes in hard at the near post. Not really much Eric Lopez can do on one of those.
And Gloria Amanda is a player that has done so well at all the levels for the Whitecaps. He's a prominent goal scorer with Vancouver residency. That is now his 3rd goal of the year at USL level. And a little bit of a mistake there from Spencer Ritchie. Thankfully, no LA players following in.
Absolutely.
But Gloria Amanda, he's a guy that he's shown he doesn't look out of place. It's his first season in the USL. He joined the Whitecaps USL team just after the season began, had the whole pre-season with him. He's not looked to step out of place. He looks like he belongs at this level, if not above.
Absolutely, and he's definitely caused problems for the Galaxy backline, whether it's running behind them or just being right on their shoulder when they're going to head a ball, and just not really giving up on the play. That would have been an easy play to give off on for him or Declan Wynn, but neither of them gave up. He lashes at it, and it goes in the back of the net. 2-1 Whitecaps with less than 10 minutes plus stoppage to play.
And it's really important the Whitecaps can hold on to this. What this would do for the confidence of the team, ending this horrific run that they've been on. It's a lot of bad luck in that run. There's a lot of draws that they should have won. There's a lot of narrow defeats that should have been draws. If they can end this now, they've still got 5 more games to come at home, 7 more games in total, 21 points on the table. It's a far ask, it's a big ask to try and get them into the playoff spots, but it's all about confidence with this young side. We saw it last season under Alan Koch. They went on a 10-game unbeaten run to start the season. Anything is possible in this league.
Jack McBean now, adjudged to have been fouled by Francis DeVries on the far touchline. Still plenty of time for the Galaxy to get back in it, though. This has been one of those kind of sandlot games where it just takes a deflected ball or a flicked-on pass to get in behind the defense, and you've got a chance on their hands. So this one definitely not done and dusted by any stretch.
No, you have to feel LA is just going to throw everything at the Caps' defence just now, and they've bent and buckled so far, but they haven't broken. So let's hope they can hold on for the remaining 5 minutes and stoppage time.
Ball's whipped into the area, low and hard, but not far enough, as Will Seymour will head it down. Baldissimo heads it down and is adjudged to have been fouled, or maybe not, adjudged to have fouled his man.
Right on the edge of the box, in the D.
I thought that was going the other way. It looked like Michael Baldissimo had won that ball cleanly and maybe just fouled his man in the process, but the referee gives a very dangerous free kick in a very dangerous time in a very dangerous area.
Michelle Pye marking the things out here with her shaving cream. Pie and cream, something that goes together really well.
Yes, absolutely, as we see a replay here. And he does get a head on the ball, but he kind of goes over the top of his man, kind of almost lifting off on the back shoulders. Just in an effort to just clear that ball. There's been so many untidy clearances. And it's going to be Villarreal or Jack McBean once again. Always having the conversation, those two. Who's going to strike it? We'll find out.
So McBean in the first half.
It's going to be Villarreal over the wall, right at Spencer Ritchie, who just volleyball thumps it to the far touchline. An excellent clearance from Ritchie.
That came in at some pace as well. He didn't have much time to think about that, but didn't have to do too much, just stuck his fists out, but that was whipped in there by Villarreal.
And LA lump another ball into the area. It's headed down by Zubak, only as far as Serban, who kind of just sweeps the ball out to Zico Bailey. And LA will regroup here now in the 87th. Another switch ball here. He'll come near side for Vera. His chest down. Ooh, and a high boot there. The referee elects to blow it down instead of playing advantage. He says, sorry, guys. She puts the hands up and says, sorry, should have played the advantage, but...
it's a sensible thing to do, though. It is a head knock, so you want to make sure that Serban is okay. Plus, from a Whitecaps point of view, it breaks the game up. You kind of want to take a little bit, a minute to get your breath here. The whole half, it's felt like it's going end to end, so calm the game down, regroup, make sure you've got your man. Don't allow any quick LA breakaways. Talked about the confidence that a win would do for this young group. If they give this win up now, again, what that does for the confidence of the group on the opposite end of the spectrum is not good.
Excellent flicked on pass by Marco Bustos to Caden Chung. He'll bring it inside, gets the touch on his man. He has Bustos as an outlet. Bustos waiting for it there. Caden Chung elects to go back to Chris Serban. Bustos on the line there, he's making that run. Doesn't get the ball though. Caden Chung now. He'll press the defense. He'll take it to the corner flag, eat a bit of time, take on his man. Bustos receives the ball now. Standing over it, 3 Galaxy defenders around him. And Bustos thumped to the ground there with a vicious elbow, and that'll be a yellow for Alejandro Covarrubias. He just thumped Bustos there. It looked like he was trying to shield the ball, but he got the elbow right in the mush of Bustos.
I'd like to see that again, because that could have been a straight red. That looked like an elbow straight to his face. The pace as well that the players were moving didn't help, but here's the replay. We'll have another look at this just now.
Ooh.
Forearm smash right into the face of Bustos.
Definitely a forearm smash there. And it didn't look like he didn't even really need to do it. Bustos wasn't getting to that ball. He had body position on him, but just the throwing out of the arm, the aesthetics there was just not great, and Bustos went down quite hard.
Yellow card cost the LA Galaxy 2, number 70.
Would that be something that would be VAR reviewable?
You know what? I think if there was any play in this game that is VAR reviewable, that's probably the #1 candidate, because that was certainly reckless. That was certainly reckless.
And Bustos still down as well. From a Whitecaps point of view, it is killing some time, so that isn't the end of the world, but of course time will get added on at the end of it.
Maybe a bit of a breather as it looked like the Galaxy were about to take it upfield there, but I can't imagine Bustos would trade an elbow in the head for that. That was nasty.
We'll be seeing stars for sure.
And that caps off maybe a disappointing evening for Marco Bustos, as he's had his chances, he hasn't been able to put them away, and for his efforts he gets a forearm smash.
Black eye when he wakes up tomorrow morning.
Absolutely.
As long as the team can get away with the 3 points. And I thought it was going to be a free kick to the Whitecaps here, but it doesn't look like it is.
Yeah, the Caps dropping as if it's LA's ball. Now the ref, I think, telling them that it's their ball. They're kind of all starting to shift a bit forward.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a dropped ball here, or is it? No, it's a free kick.
Gloria Amanda is standing over. It's just weird how the Caps kind of all dropped as if they were having the kick go against them, but you've got only one man in the offensive zone. It's Taryn Campbell, and then you've got Caden Chung and Gloria Amanda.
And there's going to be a substitution here if the referee sees that this is happening just now. I'm not sure that she has, but she has now.
Yep.
Marco Bustos is very gingerly going off the pitch. Looks like it is Matthew Baldissimo that is coming on. Both the Baldissimo brothers now on the pitch for the Whitecaps. Can we get some twin magic?
Yes.
They're not twins, but brotherly magic.
Brotherly love. As Gloria Amanda will whip it in. Back post for Taryn Campbell, who's literally the only Whitecap in the final third. He'll take it to the corner flag, maybe eat up some time, or will he take on his man, Parejas? Payeras, I should say.
With 3 minutes of stoppage time coming now.
Still feels light to me, Michael.
Yeah, you have to think that that was maybe just given before the Bustos stoppage there. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit more. But then we thought that in the game last night in Orlando, and the referee actually blew early. I thought he might add another minute on, and he blew 10 seconds early, which was great from a Whitecaps perspective.
We've had an Eric Lopez injury, and we just had that Busto one. I feel there's at least 4 or 5 minutes to be added on, but
plus substitutions, goals.
My watch is a little. I'm still using a sundial, Michael. So, and we're in a booth with shades, so that might account for something.
Second team substitution for LA Galaxy.
LA making a Galaxy a hit substitution here as well.
It looks like no. Jack McBean is still out there. They'll take off Zico Bailey. Yes, Zico Bailey will come off. He's had a decent game. He took that early knock where he landed awkwardly, but he's been fairly reliable at the back there.
So he had a really good first half. He was one of the standout guys for LA in that first half.
Jack McBean now holds it up against the older of the Baldissimo brothers, Matthew.
Been a few players stood out on both sides. Zubaka has impressed me as well. Very fitting on Star Wars night. You've got Zubaka that's doing well for LA.
Yes, absolutely.
He's been good. McBean in phases, but he's disappointed me in this half.
No, absolutely. He's been fairly anonymous, and the touches he have on the ball have more or less just been hold-ups and layoffs. Nothing really truly offensive or gilt-edged going forward. As Matthew Baldissimo lumps it loud and hard for Gloria Amanda, but Gloria Amanda's not afraid to chase this, and he will work his way, Payeras, back to the corner flag. He'll play it square for Eric Lopez, who tidily cleans it up, but only as far as Matthew Baldissimo.
And Lopez is another guy that's done great for LA today. Spencer Ritchie as well has dealt with pretty much everything that's been thrown at him. Not a lot he could have done with the LA goal. Been impressed by a few Whitecaps today. Gloria Amanda, since he's come on as well, has added a little bit of spark to that Whitecaps attack that you just felt was lacking.
Absolutely. He definitely gave them something different. Not to say that what Tommy Sander brings to the table isn't very effective, but this game was crying out for a bit of a switch up, and Gloria Amanda definitely provided that. As
Another
a meaty challenge against the Whitecaps, as it's Jeffrey Payeras this time, and I want to say he steamrolled one of the Baldissimo brothers. I may be wrong.
It's hard to tell. Everyone's crowded around him just now. At first I thought it was Seymour, but it's definitely not Seymour. It's not moving either. That was a very, very heavy challenge. I mean, it's not been a dirty game, but we'll just see it again here. Full force tackle.
Ooh, just comes in a bit late. It was Baldissimo. Just got to the ball a split before, and it almost as if Payeras just couldn't slow his run and just was almost forced to clatter into him by lack of option.
And offside, I think there.
Not sure what the call was. I must be playing it from that angle. As Eric Lopez looks to get the ball down quickly. Only a few minutes remaining here of extra stoppage time, as the Whitecaps hold on to a 2-1 lead here at McLeod Athletic Park in Langley, BC. Basso alongside Michael McCall. And there's the full-time whistle, I believe, as the Whitecaps get a 2-1 victory at McLeod Athletic Park on the strength of a Taryn Campbell opener and a Gloria Amanda winner. There was an LA goal in there from Zuback in the middle, but the Whitecaps resilient. They press. They had their chances. Both sides had their chances, but at the end of the day, the final score, Vancouver 2, LA 1.
Ending a 13-game winless streak for Whitecaps 2. Their first win since June 4th against the Timbers, and a 1-0 win. Fantastic win.
Absolutely. We'll come back with the full-time stats as well as some highlights as well here at USL Soccer at McLeod Athletic Park in Langley, BC.
And once you go upstairs, the second level is basically split in two halves. One is the first team half, and then the other is WFC2 and Academy. So it creates a separation and aspirational motivation to move towards the first team side.
Amazing, first class, man, first class. They thought of everything, and they put me next to a bunch of these Americans in here, so I might need to change that up. Yo hablo español, so next to the goalkeeper, that definitely needs to change.
Everything is controlled by this locker room right here. So every morning you have to come and tell me what list.
So far, it's really nice. The locker room's great. The locker room's really good. Definitely surprised a bit. Definitely surprised. I'm really happy with it.
It's a European style with a lot of technology, and obviously for us, how the club is taking care of the players, giving us the tools to step every day in training. With everything we need is fantastic.
Yeah, very nice. I've never seen anything like it. No? See, European style. Like open, you can see face to face. Never seen anything like it.
Welcome back to McLeod Athletic Park here in Langley, British Columbia, Canada, the site of a Whitecaps FC 2 victory, 2-1 over the Galaxy 2. Los dos, Michael, let's take a look at some stats at the full time and see what this match tells us. Is there anything there jumping out at you as far as corners, as far as yellow cards, as far as possession? What is jumping out at you, Michael?
The big thing that jumps out is those 2 big goals in the Whitecaps column, giving them a 2-1 victory. First win in 14 matches, very much needed. Still, as I keep harping on about, I'm still confident they can make a big push and get into the playoff spots if they can win out here. I know it's a big ask, but it's that kind of thing that is fantastic for the Caps' confidence going forward. Apart from that, the corners, an awful lot of corners in this game. It's like incredible, really. LA seemed to get corner after corner to start the second half out here on the right-hand side, but ultimately, possession pretty even. Whitecaps deserve to win.
Absolutely. Let's get a look at some highlights. We'll look at both of the goals. The Whitecaps, they open with a fantastic strike. David Norman Jr., who left as a substitute, lays it off. It's Taron Campbell with a left-footed lash. A beauty, Michael.
Getting them off to the perfect start. Campbell bagging his 3rd goal of the season. Some nice little work by De Vries to set it up. I don't know how much he knew as to where that header was going, but Norman whacks it back. Campbell, beautiful finish. Lopez, no chance. 1-0 Whitecaps.
Absolutely. The Galaxy would equalize, as it was Ethan Zubak sneaking behind the back line again and punishing Spencer Ritchie. A cool slotted home finish.
Zubaka doing the business on Star Wars night here in Langley. Very quick breakaway from a Whitecaps corner. Ritchie didn't have much of a chance. Slotted nicely home. Great finish there by Zubak.
Absolutely. And then the late goal, it was the substitute, Gloria Amanda, getting on the end of some excellent work from Declan Wynn and Michael Baldissimo.
Baldissimo hitting a nice little run, giving it to Amanda. Beautiful finish here. You can just see Amanda getting the ball. Oh, they thought this is a chance, and then it comes back to Amanda, and then boom, bottom corner.
Huge goal as he winds up the crowd here at McLeod Athletic Park. And you felt they would have left disappointed with a 1-1 draw. Both sides had tons of chances. Caden Chung embracing Baldissimo there. Excellent, excellent play from Whitecaps FC2 to get off their 13-match winless run. Their next match, Wednesday, September 6th, right here at McLeod Athletic Park. That's a 7 p.m. start against the Tulsa Roughnecks. Myself, Corey Basso, and Michael McCall will have the call for you. In the meantime, thank you so much for your contributions today, Michael. And you wanted to get in one out-of-town scoreboard, didn't you?
Yeah, there's an out-of-town scoreboard score coming through here on Star Wars Day here at Langley. It was R2D2, C3PO.
I promise that's the last Star Wars jokes for the evening. Let's wrap it up from USL Soccer.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.